starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. We'll get to those stories in just a couple minutes. But first, it was a busy day in the weather department as a strong round of thunderstorms moved through north central Wisconsin. Here is a picture Wausau police shared on Twitter showing flooding on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Luckily, though, we received very few reports of real damage caused by today's storms, at least in our area. And Jeff, it looks like things have cleared out now.
Yeah, the storms are gone and my air conditioner finally turned off tonight as we have much cooler, drier Canadian air moving into the area right now. After highs today still did this, 82 in Rhinelander, 87 Wapaka, and incredibly humid earlier today. Temperatures still hanging out near 60, but this air is much drier out there now. It's going to be a comfortable night and a nice couple days around here. Beginning tomorrow, we earned it. Check out these dew points. They were in the 70s yesterday or as early as like 5 hours ago. Now it's 48 Arborvita, 57 for Phillips. So again, this is very dry air. Your dehumidifier and probably your thermostat can be turned down tonight. All right, so round one came through. It's out of here now. We are in drying out mode. This will miss us, and we will likely stay dry the next 4 or 5 or 6 days around here. Our forecast for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, maybe some dense fog late, with low temperatures down near 58. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Wisconsin wildlife officials have now officially set a 300 animal limit for the state's fall wolf hunt. The DNR asked its policy board to cap kills at 130 animals. The board decided for 300. Now, the actual limit, though, will be likely 150 since the Ojibwe tribes are entitled to half the quota and Ojibwe members do not hunt wolves. Back in the spring, hunters killed 218 wolves in less than 4 days, far exceeding the proposed limit. A Merrill man is now formally indicted on child porn charges. 40-year-old Jason D. Rodolfi is charged with 2 counts of using a minor to produce child pornography and 1 count of transporting child pornography. If convicted, he faces 15 to 30 years in federal prison for each production charge, 5 to 20 on the transportation charge. Today marks 12 years since 15-year-old Kayla Mae Berg was last seen in Antigo. Antigo police say they continue to actively investigate her disappearance, and they are always hoping for new information as they still conduct follow-ups on any tips they receive. They ask anyone with any information related to Kayla's disappearance to please contact Antigo police or Langlade County Crime Stoppers. The number of new COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin continues to rise. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports 1,316 new cases. We are now averaging about 1,100 per day over the last week. DHS also reports 3 new deaths. We are averaging about 2 per day over the last week. So death numbers have not risen in the same way cases have, at least not yet. I say that because hospitalization numbers have risen significantly now in every part of the state over the last 2 weeks. In the north central Wisconsin region, we are averaging now about 40 people hospitalized with COVID any given day over the last 2 weeks. That's an increase of about 60% from 2 weeks before. Again, the overwhelming majority of the recent serious cases of COVID-19 have been among people who are not vaccinated. Right now, DHS reports about 53% of all people in Wisconsin and almost 64% of adults here have now received at least their first dose of vaccine. Vaccination rates, of course, vary greatly from one region to another, sometimes one town to the next, and from one profession to another. Healthcare workers, especially doctors, have been vaccinated at much higher rates than the general public, but not all healthcare workers are choosing to get vaccinated. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock has details from Antigo.
The protesters behind me gathered at a sparse Langlade hospital, which consisted of current and retired medical professionals who voiced their opinion on why they are choosing to not get the COVID-19 vaccine.
We're protesting the new safety COVID-19 mandate that not only Aspirus but other companies have put on, and all businesses that are promoting any mandates for their employees for vaccines.
Google, Facebook, Walmart, and Netflix are some of the major companies mandating vaccines for when their employees are working in offices. Aspirus is giving employees the option of either getting vaccinated or having to complete a list of other requirements, which includes signing a waiver and getting a COVID test every 2 weeks.
We know there's options for religious exemption and medical exemption. If you do take those options, there are some requirements, and I'm not 100% on board with the requirements of a robust class and getting a test every other week.
Others had concerns that the vaccine could cause issues with medical testing.
I did not get the vaccine because of the way they explained to me it affects the lymph system, and because it causes the lymph nodes to swell, they would give a false report on the mammogram.
Aspirus explained their policy by saying our number one priority is protecting the safety of our patients, employees, and communities. That's why we have consistently followed CDC guidelines. But protesters say they're not convinced and want choice over what they allow into their body.
To make awareness, build awareness of the community, and just let people know that we're not going to back down. We're not standing for tyranny, somebody to tell me my own medical decisions. I am safe. I wear a mask. I go to work. I wear a mask.
Reporting in Antigo, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
A lot of industries right now are struggling to find qualified workers for the price they're willing to pay. And one of those industries is childcare. In the Northwoods, where options for childcare are pretty limited, the YMCA of the Northwoods says they have a lot of job openings right now. They provide year-round childcare, plus before and after school programs, in addition to all the other programs they put on at the Y. And with more kids going to school in person this fall, they expect those programs to be in high demand.
A lot of families are heading back to work right now compared to the beginning of last school year. So there's probably going to be a greater need, but I don't see it being any greater than it has in previous years compared to prior to the pandemic.
One club that says they are not struggling to find workers is the newly established Boys and Girls Club of the Northwoods. Thanks to a recent $100,000 donation, the club was able to hire a few positions, get up and running. The club's executive director says she's excited to see how the club can help children in the community.
We are definitely going to be looking at the educational aspects and making sure that they're getting any assistance with their homework. We're going to be looking at physical activities, some arts and crafts. But usually in the first 2 weeks, it'll kind of be a touch and go to see what really gets them involved.
They are still, however, looking for folks to work at their club as well as at the YMCA of the Northwoods. The Learning and Retirement Program at Nicolet College will return some in-person classes this fall and early winter. Upcoming classes can cover more than 30 different topics. Some meet just once for a couple hours. Others meet weekly for several hours. Annual membership is just $45. It runs from July to June. Members can join at any time over the course of the year and take either as many or as few classes as they like. For more information, you can go to nicoletcollege.edu. A new preschool is opening up this year in Wausau, taking a new spin on education, using natural resources to help teach. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez reports.
Have you guys found it yet? No.
For kids, the outdoors can be a place of curiosity. And a location the Event and Educator Corner, Elise Schuer says, can be a perfect classroom.
Everything they need to learn is right out here.
The Botanical Gardens in Wausau will have the first ever nature outdoor-based preschool in central Wisconsin. This Europe building is in the process of being transformed into a classroom, but only 20% of students' time will be spent indoors. The real learning, she says, is taking place outside.
This whole outdoor area as their classroom. So they can use the garden counting seeds to learn counting. They can use sticks to create shapes of letters and learn their letters.
One of the ways they can even learn colors here is by coming to the garden and learning that this is a yellow flower compared to this one, which is red.
The goal of the program is for students to receive the majority of their learning in an outdoor environment, using things in nature they can see, touch, and smell.
Everything else is already out here, the colors, the numbers, the shapes. It's here for them to find. We're trying to build it into our landscape around the yurt as well.
Which Schuer says is more effective at their young age.
Developmentally, kids that are 3 to 5 years old may not be quite ready to be sitting at a desk, sitting at a table, be in such a controlled space. So being outdoors lets them play, which is what they're completely ready to do.
The school year starts up September 7th And Shura says for parents who are interested in enrolling their students, there's still time. In Wausau, Georgina Fernandez, News Watch 12.
We received some interesting calls this week on our Your 2 Cents line. We'll play them for you a bit later in our newscast. But first, things are finally clearing up in the weather department. Jeff's in with your full forecast next on News Watch 12 at 10.
Coldwell Banker Action Real Estate agent Gail Abeglin values the competition, growth, caring, and responsibility that 4-H enhances in our children. Good luck, 4-Hers. Bremen Merrill Ford is your locally owned Ford dealer for over 30 years. Supplying top-rated customer satisfaction, they will make your next vehicle purchase or service easier than you think. Kind-Hearted Home Care in Merrill offers in-home supportive home care services, a state-licensed social model adult daycare, and a health and fitness center that is open to the public. Visit online for more information.
Tomahawk Sports Center is northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop for UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats, and motors, watercraft, docks, and waterfront equipment with a large selection of products like Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, Can-Am ATV and UTVs, Manitou and Godfrey pontoons, Alumacraft fishing boats, Evinrude Service Honda and Yamaha outboards. Tomahawk Sports Center is your next stop for fun. A family-run business with a long history of personal service before and after the sale. When you think fun in the Northwoods, think Tomahawk Sports Center.
Birchfield Nurseries of Rhinelander has been servicing northern Wisconsin since 1950. Birchfield Nurseries grows all of their own plants, and you will always find healthy, hardy, and well-maintained plants. Let their experienced staff answer any of your landscaping questions. They also handle shredded bark mulch, compost, and topsoil. For all your lawn care needs, they carry sod, premium gas seed, and lawn fertilizer. Consider one of the professional landscape crews to do the work for you. If you want experience with quality, call Birchfield Nurseries.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
This was early today, and then we went through some things. Lots of cloud cover, rain showers, severe weather as well, but that then cleared out. The front came through, the winds changed directions, and we are in drying out mode across the area now. A gorgeous sunset and cooler, drier Canadian air coming in now. After we did this again today, many reports of hail, wind damage, tornadoes. You get it across the area again today. And not just for us. It's been parts of Illinois, over into Michigan, into really Iowa to Iowa, and Ohio as well. Okay, but that is now done, except for the rain is causing still some flooding issues out there. Look what happened across portions of Marathon County today, just to the south of Wausau, north of Stevens Point. Reports there of 4 or 5 inches of rain right along Highway 39. That caused localized flooding and some really dramatic scenes out of the area there too, with some cars being surrounded by water. Okay, but out there today, now the clouds are gone, the precipitation's gone, the severe weather's across parts of Chicago once again for the 3rd day in a row for them. But our weather's going to come from this way now, and there's nothing there at all for us. We are in good shape going forward as front 1 that caused all the ruckus across the area today. That is now pushed off into parts of Michigan. There's another front back off to the west. That's a reinforcing shot of some cooler air. It'll likely have no precipitation with it as it comes through tomorrow, and we should have a very nice day across the area tomorrow. And then look what happens. High pressure builds in. High pressure is your friend, and it's a cool, dry Canadian high pressure. Not cold at all. We'll still have high temperatures back in the 70s to low 80s, but this air is so much drier. Look at the dew points out there now. Earlier today, like 4 hours ago, it was in the 70s. It's still in the 70s. Here we are in Shawano, over toward Marinette and Green Bay. But this is the surface front coming through the area. Behind that front, dew points back in the 40s. That is is open your windows, let the air in, dry out the house kind of stuff, as it'll be a very beautiful night tonight with low temperatures down in their 60. Out there right now, we're at 61 in Rhinelander, 68 for parts of the Antigo area, 71 for Wausau. So again, you get the idea. Still some warmer temperatures out there. It's not cold by far, but it feels much drier and cooler across the area. And then going forward, 75-ish tomorrow, 73, that reinforcing shot of cooler air getting in here on Friday. But then right back up. The weekend looks very nice. Lots of events this weekend outside. Temperatures near 80 with lots of sunshine on the way. All right, here we are. This is Fred. Fred is a tropical storm. Here's Puerto Rico as well. So it's just to the west of the Puerto Rican area. This is going to go probably toward the Gulf of Mexico. It'll likely be making national news as it works its way up the coast probably next week with some precipitation for them. Our forecast then for tonight then is mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is likely after midnight, especially in areas that saw rainfall today. Look for low temperatures down in the upper 50s to low 60s tonight. For tomorrow, just a beautiful day. Mostly sunny skies, a bit breezy at times. That west wind could gust near 25 through the afternoon with high temperatures near 75. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a lack of precipitation, right? Temperatures in the 70s, lots of sunshine, even a couple of 80s in there over the weekend. Justin?
Beautiful forecast. Thank you, Jeff. On Wall Street, the Dow hit another all-time high today. The index gained about 220 points to close at 35,485. Part of the reason for that boost was a new report showing core inflation rose in July, but not quite as much as some investors feared. This year, we've told you a lot about Stevens Point native and UW hockey standout Cole Caulfield, now making a name for himself in the NHL. Coming up, we'll show you how you can now drink to his success. But first, here's tonight's Job Watch.
Job Watch is brought to you by Ripco Credit Union.
It's Cellcom's Back to School sale, August 13th through the 22nd. Send the kids back to school in style with a free smartphone from Cellcom. Taxes due at sale. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/summer for details.
The new Valuest menu from Taco John's is the bestest value menu ever. Now try our new $3 spicy steak and potato griller, or our new $2 cold brew coffee and vanilla or mocha. The Valuest menu, Taco John's.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Renee is not an influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaping and reimagining her 4-acre slice of heaven. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor, because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arbor Vitae for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Welcome back to Milkshake Mustaches, high fives and high dives, to 3-on-3s, 2-on-2s, and 1-on-1s. At Aspen Dental, we see all the moments that make us smile, so we make it easy to share your smile with convenient total care all in one place, and flexible hours that work with your life. Right now, new patients get a complete exam and x-rays free without insurance, and everyone saves 20% on their treatment plan. Welcome back to life's best moments. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book online today.
Coming up on your Thursday, we're going to get a little bubbly for National Prosecco Day.
And I'll be off for Thursday and Friday, so Andy Keycamper will be in with your full forecast, which should be pretty nice. More will be tuned for your Thursday and also your Friday.
Sports Watch 12 with Nate Myhawk starts now.
The Brewers entered Wednesday at a very comfortable spot. A lead in the division and 11 wins over the rival Cubs this year. In case you were wondering, the franchise record for wins in a season against Chicago, 13. So a great chance to break that one. And the Brewer offense cooking in the first inning. Christian Yelich poking one the other way. That's an RBI single, but they weren't done. Up 4-0, Lorenzo Cain bounces one up the line. That's a couple of RBIs. It was a 7-run inning for the Crew. But Corbin Burns was the main storyline, a historic night for him. 10 consecutive strikeouts in this game. That ties an MLB record along with Aaron Nola and Tom Seaver. It's pretty good company for Corbin. Brewers win in blowout fashion, 10-0. Growing up as a baseball fan, Field of Dreams was one of my favorite movies, and it still is, honestly. On Wednesday, we got our first look at the Field of Dreams Park in Dyersville, Iowa. The Yankees will take on the White Sox tomorrow night with a bit of a retro flair. They've got the old manual scoreboard, the throwback uniforms. It's going to be so much fun to watch as a baseball fan, and that game will be carried on Fox with first pitch set for 6. We saw the Packers hit the turf of Lambeau Field last Saturday night, and in 3 days, they'll open up their preseason schedule. With training camp entering its 3rd week, we've seen a lot of players step up and make names for themselves at practice. Rookie Kylan Hill has impressed a lot of coaches and teammates with his play during camp, but one guy who could also earn that 3rd running back spot, Patrick Taylor. Taylor sat out last season with a foot injury, but Matt LaFleur has taken notice of the second-year back, and his preparation is putting some other guys to shame.
He's a big back, and he's extremely intelligent. I think you should see his notebook. It's as good as some of our quarterbacks. So he does such a great job, and he's really in tune to what we're trying to get accomplished and the whys behind it. And so I'm excited for him. I think he's another guy that can help us in pass protection as well.
Since Taylor didn't play a down last season, he had to change the way he approached the game, and that gave him a whole new outlook on his career.
It can always be worse, right? I've gotten the opportunity to be with such a prestigious organization that believes in my ability and took the time to allow me to heal. So during this whole time, it just allowed me to, have a different perspective on things.
Taylor hasn't played a meaningful snap since December of 2019, but Packer fans will finally get to see him in action this Saturday as the Packers take on Houston. And of course, the Packers won't be the only football team hitting the field this weekend. Local high school teams will hold their scrimmages on Friday. And with week 1 just 9 days away, this will be the perfect opportunity for teams to see how they stack up against different opponents. Some local scrimmages to note: Rhinelander will host Lakeland Union, Northern Elite, and Northland Pines on Friday night. And also Athens, Tomahawk, and Wittenberg Burnhamwood will meet up in Colby for another quad scrimmage. Of course, this just means we are 1 day closer to football. In the past calendar year, Cole Caulfield has led college hockey in scoring. He won the Hobie Baker Award, made his pro debut, and played in the Stanley Cup final. But as a Wisconsin kid, this accomplishment might top them all. District 1 Brewing in Stevens Point has introduced a new beer, and they're calling it Gold Caulfield. It's an American light lager, and it's going for $5 a pour. And District 1 is also donating a portion of their sales to Camp Hope, so you can drink and also help a good cause. Justin, I think this beer sounds delicious. You down to split a pack?
We'll see. Thanks, Nate. In our Your 2 Cents of voicemails, sometimes people have very nice things to say about us. Other times they have some critiques. I got some criticism this week, though. That was a little unexpected. We'll have details after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between 2 toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
Are you worried about going away to college this fall? What if you could get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus to begin your bachelor's degree, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams and saving you money. With NTC's new liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including a guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College. We're ready when you are.
Truck. Lance Truck. We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Maintain your lawn and your vehicle with help from Menards. Works has the outdoor power equipment you need to keep your yard looking great. All Works outdoor power equipment is 11% off. Keep your vehicle at peak performance with Valvoline Daily Protection Motor Oil. Specially formulated for the full life of the engine with advanced additives for full year protection. Valvoline Motor Oil is 11% off. Save 11% on everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Has the pandemic interrupted your routine health care? Our exceptional team at the Lac Vitas Air Health Center is determined to get you back on track. Our comprehensive primary care services include disease management, women's health, preventative care, and more. The convenience of our walk-in clinic is available when your family needs it the most. Full access to our on-site x-ray and lab services to expedite your care. Our friendly team is excited to meet you, and we are conveniently located in the Elis and Realty building at the intersection of Highway 45 and 70.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between two toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
Jeopardy named their new hosts today. Show's executive producer Mike Richards, seen here, will take over daily duties, while actress Mayim Bialik of Big Bang Theory fame will host franchise spin-offs. Right now, the quiz show is running through a series of guest hosts, which you've seen. You can watch Jeopardy weekdays at 4:30 right here on Newswatch 12. A big compliment for one of our Newswatch 12 programs. The first call we'll play for you tonight on Your 2 Cents. And the second, if you haven't heard it, I don't want to ruin it for you, just take a listen.
To listen to your messages, press L. I want to give a shout out to Dan and Jeff for Up North at 4. I've concluded that this is possibly the best show on television, period. Their subjects are so great and their presentation is terrific.
I own a art store downtown, a studio, if you will. And during Ridiculous Day, I was doing an outside painting when a young lady with some children in tow came up and was watching me paint. And she was telling me how she used to do art as well. And I asked her why she doesn't do art anymore. And she said that, her life is very busy and all that. And I asked her who she was, and she said she was Mrs. Betty. Now, Mr. Betty, I would hope that you would treat your wife to a painting class and bring back some of those memories of art for her. So I look forward to seeing you and Mrs. Betty in one of my future classes. Thank you.
If you want to make your voice heard on Your 2 Cents, give us a call at 715-365-8812, extension 319. Remember, I respond to the calls on Fridays on My 2 Cents. We'll be right back.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's time to get with the flow at Johnson Aiken's 3 Lakes Docks and Lifts. You can't beat Flow Docks and Lifts quality, value, and versatility. Get your new Flow waterfront system at 3 Lakes Docks and Lifts from August 7th through August 14th, and you'll complete your summer fun package with a complimentary Big 8 grill with a qualifying purchase. Stop by on the 14th and enjoy some delicious grilling from 10 to 1. That's at 3 Lakes Docks and Lifts.
Here's some helpful Powersport safety tips from Oneida and Vilas County. Remember that off-trail riding is trespassing and that alcohol and riding don't mix. All UTV passengers must wear safety restraints. Be sure to follow the posted speed limit. Children ages 12 to 15 must have an ATV safety certificate and be accompanied by an adult. Anyone under the age of 18 must wear a minimum Department of Transportation standard ATV or motorcycle helmet. It's your responsibility to know the laws before operating an ATV or UTV.
Have all the summer projects got you feeling like you are juggling more than you want? Maher Water Corporation can help you take one ball out of the mix. Just like taking a break to watch our athletes compete in Japan, this summer you can take a break and let us treat your water. So while you are rooting on the U.S., enjoy your American-made water. And to all the athletes representing our country, bring home the gold.
Coldwell Banker Action Real Estate agent Gail Abeglan values the competition, growth, caring, and responsibility that 4-H enhances in our children. Good luck, 4-H'ers.
Jeff, it's been a muggy several days, wet day today, but a beautiful forecast.
Our air conditioner deserves a break. It's going to get that tonight and for the rest of the weekend, really. And then nice temperatures, too. 80s are back in the forecast, but less humid 80s are on the way. Well, let's go outside now, check on temperatures. This is refreshing. It's 61 in Rhinelander and incredibly not humid outside right now. Dew points in the 70s earlier today are now gone. A cold front came through. We are in good shape for several days. And there are those dew points. Again, dew points in the 40s and 50s is dry air. Green Bay, though, you're still at 70. Have fun with that this evening. Pretty much going down, though, for now. The 7-day forecast, though, includes a lack of precipitation. So, Nate, I know you got lots going on this weekend with stuff with sports. It's going to be a great weekend for that with temperatures in the 80s across parts of the area and lots of sunshine.
Early shoot tomorrow morning.
Early shoot.
Great.
That's the bright side, right?
Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night.